But first of all, can I hand over to you, please, Jyrki?
Thank you very much, Mike. Good noon, I should say, at this hour, ladies and gentlemen. UPM is the global leader in graphic papers, and we serve your industry, magazine industry, everywhere in the world with the full service package, and we've been the proud sponsors of the FIPP Congress already for more than a decade. So, and I'm very happy to be here with my team in person, because I think that, you know, this is still a people business, and the challenges that our industries are facing needs to be tackled by people interacting together. Now, let's move to the subject that we have at hand, the small question of the future of print. How do I feel about how is the status currently in that area? I think it's, I would just characterize it in with a few words, saying that it's strong, but it's also heavily challenged at the moment. Strong mainly because of the role that print has in people's minds, and people still love to, you know, for the printed word in many respects, and that's been confirmed by a lot of studies. It is also embedded, deeply embedded in the culture, and it's also a very effective advertising medium. But it's also strongly challenged because of the transformation that our industries are going through, the media transformation. So I'd like to start by sharing with you some of what we think are our driving forces in the print media landscape, where the challenges are really coming from. Many of these have already been mentioned, and those are familiar to you, but we really are talking about competition of consumers' time spent and money. There are fundamental changes taking place in all these areas. There's social media coming, new technology, you have the tablets there. The line between media and entertainment is blurring, and so forth. Growing number of media platforms. This makes it also more difficult for the advertisers to decide where they will use their money. And there are various uses for the advertising money that didn't exist actually some 10, 15 years ago. Paper is still in the mix, and it is playing a big part, especially for you magazine publishers. I guess 80 to 90% of your ad revenues are still coming from print. But the share is declining, no question about it. Your business models are being redefined, digital first. You need to develop new businesses. So, by the way, we need to as well, and at UPM we need to innovate new businesses for our future. But I guess that your money making still is very much dependent on the declining print. So, and as cash is the king in any transformation, I think this is still not to be neglected. Digital networks, convergence of digital networks is also one thing that is causing headache, because people have access to the technology in various forms, be it in laptops, smartphones, or tablets. But these technologies emerging technologies are also offering print opportunities that did not exist, and this is the interesting part of it, especially the augmented reality, different codes can make that, you know, print can act as a bridge between print and digital, and also make magazines a very, very effective tool in the future. Now let me go through why do I think we still have, but print has value in the future. First of all, I think there are fundamental characteristics that are related to print which are very strong. So those strong cases that any advertising campaign, even more so cross-media campaigns, need to be based upon. It is a very personal, lean-back, non-immersive media, and that offers consumers time for relaxation. And that's also quite an important point when you are in the daily online buzz. Many times, trust is the attribute that is talked about when talking about print. There has been a pan-European study conducted earlier this year in 13 European countries, which clearly indicated that trust is a main issue in, and especially advertisements in print have a very high score, 63% to be exact, because in TV 42 and in the web only 25%. So trust is there. People also trust. They like to read their magazines primarily in the printed format. We also got a little boost from Mr. Snowden, because the data privacy thing, it has emerged just recently. As you know, paper is and print is a medium that cannot be hacked. So that's also a strength for paper. It's very powerful in advertising. You know that brand advertising works in the magazine medium extremely well, and it makes a lot of your ad revenues coming from there. It can be even more personalized going forward using the modern technologies. And the tactile properties, I guess that what is also a strength in print is that it is appealing to several senses simultaneously. It's also first point of contact in many brand building exercises, and I think Peter Kreisky used the word that it's a brand anchor in the magazine publishing business. I think that using the modern technologies that my fellow panelists will also show, it can be turned into a brand bazooka, not only be a brand anchor. Because I think that by intelligently using the new technologies, you really can use print as a gateway to cross-media campaigns, and also turn magazines into effective, even direct marketing tools. Last but not least, I'd like to say that it's also a very sustainable medium, because we talk about a product that is made of renewable and recyclable raw materials. The industry is running one of the biggest recycling activities in the world. The share of recycling is very high, and also even if it is energy intensive, there's a lot of carbon neutral bioenergy that is backing and firing us into the future. So in short, I would say it certainly is strongly challenged, but I think there are new ways which we need to all entertain, and I guess my panelists will also show how that can be done. Thank you very much.